Was good. Eating some cereal right there with some almond milk and some uh, organic, what they call them, Center Squares, Walmart version. Organic Center Squares and almond milk, baby. Anyway, yesterday I had a doctor's appointment, and my previous doctor's appointment was December 9th, 2016. And of course, the one was yesterday, so it was March 9th, 2017. So it's been about 3 months, 4 months, however some of y'all want to count. Anyway, people want to know, well, what does your doctor feel about you not eating meats? What does the doctor say? And this is what I told to the doctor. Because previously my blood pressure was high. He wanted to put me on some a regimen to watch my blood pressure. So he gave me a blood pressure machine. I have it somewhere. And so I stopped eating meat. Y'all know the last time I ate meat was December 26th. And I really didn't want to go on no medications or anything like that. And so when I seen him yesterday, he said, "What's going on? How you doing? How's the blood pressure and everything?" He already know the results because I see the nurse first and then I see him. So he has my numbers. And he's like, "Well, I see the blood pressure went down. That's good." He said, "Well, so you feeling anything? What's going on?" So I told him, I said, I stopped eating meat. I haven't ate meat since December 26th. And he said, "Oh man, that's good. That's good." He said, "So that's probably one of the main reasons why your blood pressure went down." He said, The diet is key." He's an Indian guy. I'm not gonna try to do his accent, but he's an Indian doctor, really good. And so he was like, he said, "Diet is key." He said, "Because really," he said, "we can put you on all these different kind of medicines, but it's not going to help the symptoms go away of you having headaches real bad, the blood pressure being high, and things of that nature." Like he said, "But the diet is key." He said, "Especially," this is what kind of shocked me. He said, "Especially the red meats." He was like I think we all who kind of have some sort of a little bit of a diet intellect, we all know that like red meat's not good for us to a certain extent, in pork, right? But he kind of emphasized red meat, and he was like, pork too, and he said chicken and fish is really not gonna, do nothing really too bad for you, but it's still, without you eating none of that, it's best. He said that was best. And he said, but red meat, especially if it's burnt, sometimes we go barbecue and stuff like that, and we like our meat grilled and stuff. He said that kind of stuff gets in our colon, and it gets stuck in our colon, and those cells, you know what I mean, they interact with the positive cells that we have. And he was breaking it down to me like, on a scientific level for our bodies and how our bodies work. And a lot of things that he got real deep, he got real doctorish on me, so I really couldn't, comprehend, but I understood the basics of it. And he was like, basically, that charred, that burnt, that those particles of meat or burnt meat that we ingest. He said those conflict with our cells when they're trying to clean the body and stuff like that. He said those things turn into cancer and stuff like that. And it can turn into cancer. He said there's a higher chance of it becoming cancerous. And he was like, this is all like prevention stuff. He said diet is key from preventing cancer without eating the meats. And he said that was a real good thing. He said he was real adamant about that being a positive thing without eating the meats. He said keep that up, keep doing that. He said right now you're still young. I'm 29. So he was like, you're still young, so keep doing what you're doing on this diet. Stay active at work, walk the dog, keep doing what you're doing, what you've been doing on that level. And he said, but when you get older, like 75, 85, whatever, 90s, he said, then you may want to, if you want to, you may want to go back to eating whatever you want to eat at that point, because just, life expectancy and all that type of things is general. And basically he was trying to clean up a nice way to say that when you're about to die, it doesn't matter as much what you eat. If you get cancer when you're 80 years old or 90 years old, then who really cares, but it's not as significant as you now, being 29 versus being 89 or 79. You know what I mean? And so he said once you get older, you know what I mean, if you want to go ahead and eat all the burnt barbecue pork ribs and whatever you want, then feel free to do it. But right now you're young and you want to live your life out, you know, to the fullest that you can live it to. And so not eating meats is one of the best things you can do. Is basically how he broke it down to me. And I wanted to share that with y'all because a lot of people always ask me, you know, or they've been asking me for this past 2+ months now. I've been on this journey. How is it? You know, what does the doctor say? And we are supposed to eat meats, and that just kind of confirmed, you know, some stuff that I already did my research on and believed about as far as not eating meats. And so I want to definitely share this with y'all. This is one of my longer videos, but I felt like this was important because this was my doctor telling me this information. And so my next appointment is not until August, and I mean, we'll see what happens then, man. I do plan on going back to eating meats, but not as much. But I got a time frame for all this type of things that I'm working on. Or I might get to a point where I just don't eat meats again. But when I started this journey, it was intended to just be a fast from meats. You know what I mean? And to get back onto eating meats at a certain time. But I'm gonna share all that information later. Thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all share this. I hope you guys like this. Leave comments below if you feel like the doctor misled me in any kind of way or he told me the right things. Peace out.